All right.
Here we go. Now here we go. Welcome to the pod! Welcome to the pod! What's up, you guys? This is The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I'm Chris. We got Haley the Bear.
Hello. I'm the only one not drinking anything?
Producer Josh.
Yes, you are.
And Ryan from Miami.
Big Poppy.
Yeah, I'm the only one that doesn't have a logo on mine, though, if you notice.
But that's because we want core.
Ryan, what are you doing over there?
Oh, my microphone is just, it's having a day.
Is it your
Josh,
first time using one of those?
Help, Josh, help.
There it is. See?
Oh, I see what I was
See
doing.
how the counterweight works?
Oh.
It's nice.
Thank you.
Modern engineering.
This is why we keep you around, because you are very good at everything.
Thanks.
All right. Who won the poll?
You know, when we think about baseball,
I
No.
I won.
Who
I
won the poll?
I won.
I mean, Babe Ruth won, but I feel as though it's not because he's actually the best at baseball of the four. It's just because people know that name more than anyone
But
else.
why did he become known? Because he was the best at baseball.
The game's gotten better. Babe Ruth. Baby Ruthie.
There was a discussion
One.
that if Babe Ruth faced Clayton Kershaw, Kershaw would strike Babe Ruth out 100 times out of 100.
Yeah.
And
but
That's the
kinda
same
think that
argument
way.
we have
you can't
with basketball.
compare eras. I get that part. That
Like
being
Steph
said,
Curry would cross up Bob Cousy like
Well,
100 times out of 100. You know?
Bob Cousy. Of all people you could have chosen
You're right. He would have crossed up Bob Cousy.
as a litmus test,
Yes.
you went with Bob Cousy.
Bob
Bill,
Cousy.
Bill Russell, on the other hand, or
Might have
Wilt,
been a problem.
Might have been a little tougher.
Okay.
But the name Bob Cousy is a good
Bob
one, though,
Cousy.
right? That's a good name.
I hope he made koozies to sell.
He should have. If he didn't, that's
Bob's Koozies.
Bob's Koozies. I like how happy Josh got over the name Bob Cousy.
Like just of all the names in the entire sports universe.
Yeah.
It's a great man.
That's the one you went with.
Yeah, great Boston Celtics legend, Bob Cousy. You know,
Do we want to go to sports first, speaking to the Celtics?
Sure.
Sports.
did I see the Durant rumor? Are they in on Durant?
That would be why that's called a segue.
That's called setting up.
No,
this segue.
I already set it up.
no.
That's why I segued into sports. I said, speaking of Boston,
Oh.
there it is.
Double setups.
Yeah.
Late last night, the Boston Celtics offered a trade package that include Jaylen Brown and a whole bunch of things that have not been
Not accepted yet.
not accepted. The Brooklyn Nets have turned down that offer.
They already turned it down?
But again, there has already been one infamous trade in recent history among those two teams.
Yeah, rewinding to the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rondo
how'd that
to
go?
the it was
Not good for Brooklyn.
that first season was okay, but it got off the cliff pretty quick.
Well, I mean, if you're a Brooklyn fan, I'm so sorry. Like, because you're saying that one trade didn't go well for them. Really, nothing has gone well for Brooklyn.
It's not been a great time. You're
No.
still better than the Sacramento Kings, but not by much.
But, you know.
What was
they-
the stat you threw out, Rye?
Oh, God. No active NBA player has ever played against the Sacramento Kings in the NBA playoffs.
Also, the Sacramento Kings' last playoff appearance
right?
was 2005.
Yeah.
The Seattle Supersonics was 2006. The Seattle Supersonics have not been a team since
That
2008.
stat is just insane.
I thought at first, I was like, I don't question stats from you guys very often. I was like, there is no way that's possible. Yes, it is.
It's very possible.
Yeah, no, it is.
So
What is
bad.
going on, Kings? Clearly something needs to change.
Speaking of trades,
Sorry, as I cough into the microphone.
I did not get to swing by the bank, but sir, I owe you $20. Kyrie Irving is not a Laker as of this morning.
Oh, wow.
Boom.
So we got to tape it to the back
Yep,
of the wall.
What's going somewhere?
Well, are we enlarging it and putting it back there?
How do you
I might
enlarge?
just do it like a small frame and just put Josh's money on. Like the bottom.
Hang it from the ceiling? I like that.
hanging from the ceiling.
Just on paper
That
clips.
might be a bit weird.
Like they do in
Funny.
school.
Oh, I mean, for
Just
that matter, we
hangs.
could staple it up there.
It's true.
Josh's money. This can become, what's that bar in Key West where all the dollars are just stapled
Yeah.
all over with Willie T's or whatever it is?
Yeah.
This could become Willie T's in here like that.
Better I could just hang it with fishing line where it's directly above his head and just have the other end of it.
Almost got it. Oh, almost got it.
Got to be quicker than that.
Gotta be quick. That's a good commercial. I miss good commercials.
I haven't seen a commercial that, and by the way, that we're going completely off topic, but if you want to make this a sports topic, remind me of the last time you saw one that was as iconic as the off the backboard, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Those
Iconic
McDonald's, those
sports
McDonald's
commercials?
ones.
It was a McDonald's commercial,
Yeah.
but I mean, no, just any iconic commercial. Like I've been so disappointed the past couple of years at the Super Bowl with the commercials.
Fun fact to make this about sports: Baker Mayfield put in a request to be moving out of home commercials, and they denied it.
Oh,
Because I do love those
that's
commercials.
funny.
I'm not at home with Baker Mayfield.
That's funny.
that would be great. Where he moves out of
they
Paul Brown
shot,
Stadium.
They shot that down.
They shut that down, but I would have loved to see it because I do love those at home with Baker Mayfield commercials.
I feel like that's a Saturday Night Live skit.
That would be
waiting
so
to
good.
happen.
Yes, it is.
That commercial would be a great one.
Well, I mean, if he does get out of there, there's no way for them to prohibit
He is out of
him
there.
from making that commercial.
It would be
He's
really
not-
funny,
he's not out
though.
of there, though. He's still tied to the team, isn't he?
It'd be really funny.
No, he's with.
No,
remember,
he's with Carolina.
With the
Oh,
Panthers.
I'm
Carolina.
an idiot. That's
It would be really
Again,
funny though as
best-
he's moving out. Not Deshaun Watson, but like who's their backup quarterback? Isn't it like Jacoby
Josh
Brissett?
Rosen, they
Josh
just
Rosen.
signed.
Brissett.
Brissett
If like
and Rosen.
Brissett's moving in and he's like, "Oh, you."
Hey,
You know?
Hey, man.
if I say anything else really stupid, I'm on like one normal day of sleep for the past 3 days. Just travel was nuts.
Nuts.
We'll get to that.
Yep, we will.
By the way, on a discussion of football, and I had this conversation yesterday with a few friends because I was watching The Rock Dwayne Johnson as the XFL is getting ready to launch.
Literally, no one has ever said his name the way that you just did.
The Rock Dwayne Johnson. I had to get
Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Is that
Dwayne
what
The
you're
Rock
going for?
Johnson. Whatever. You know, you know who I'm talking about.
Johnson, Rock, Dwayne the.
Johnson, Rock, Dwayne, the yes, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
That's the next phase of his career.
So he obviously is involved in the group that's rebooting the XFL, and I'm looking at him as he's out there with all these NFL athletes, and I'm going, that dude could play right now in the NFL. Like,
No.
yes, he
Not
could.
he's not fast enough anymore.
How physical of a specimen he is. I feel like you could put him on any defensive line right now.
No.
So
And
there's
no,
a big
no, no,
difference
no, no,
between
no.
being physically fit and being having the
Like the quick twitch muscles
like
to be
the,
able to play.
the cardiovascular like energy to put towards a sport. Someone could be really, really, really strong, but they may not be able to play a sport in their life. There's
Well,
a big difference.
And
Bears,
by the way,
Bears would sign him.
oh my God,
I'll take him.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, a tight end for your Chicago Bears.
He would actually be a great tight end.
Great blocker.
I love that you're saying this. Just every dude that's in shape is now going to think they can play in the NFL.
No, not every dude that's in shape. Just
Dude, you're
The
like,
Rock.
you have no idea if he can catch. You're
I don't
like,
care.
Let's put him
Look
in at
at
tight
him.
end.
Look at him, and I'm watching him out there on the field. I'm going, he's bigger than all those XFL dudes that are about to play in the league.
All right.
In fairness, most of the Chicago Bears can't catch footballs either.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Let's just stomp on aliens.
I mean, we are
Bears
almost
today.
into August. You realize football season is almost
I
here.
know.
right?
We got to start doing some predictions here in the next couple weeks.
Everybody's ADD is kicking in really hard. So with the XFL, I find it interesting when you talk about, I feel like The Rock could play in the NFL right now. Part of why he set this up, and he said this in interviews, which I think is brilliant. He was like, I was always one man off from being on the roster because I was always the guy that like, they were thinking about me, or I was on the practice squad and they got down to cuts, and then it's like I'm the guy away from the guy that made it. He goes, and there's so much talent that gets overlooked that way because they have to cut down for rosters and make space and pay people. And he goes, I want a place for those guys to shine. I want somebody to get their shot in the NFL from playing in the XFL. I don't necessarily want to compete against them. He goes, I want to work with them. He's allegedly already had talks with Goodell and everybody else, and you see the head coaches that he's brought in, and they all have pedigree.
It's Bob Stoops, Wade Phillips, Hines Ward, Jim Haslett, Rod Woodson, Terrell Buckley. Like, those are some big names. Like, this is like...
He's going to make it work.
A lot of people ask if the USFL, like, is this going to bomb out kind of like that has? I think this has star potential. It's in February. Like, it's right after the NFL season launches. Like, I think this is going to be pretty...
Name a USFL team.
The Tampa Bay Bandits.
Of course there's one in
Name
Tampa Bay. Name a
Bay
non-Florida USFL team.
Birmingham.
Birmingham what?
Barons.
There it is.
No,
it's not it.
wrong.
It's Birmingham.
Okay, but we watched the XFL when it first came out.
That
we
came
all
out
did.
twice. This is the third iteration of the XFL now.
What I'm saying is before COVID, we all watched it. The beer snake, everything. We all had bets on it. We were all into it.
So happy.
We were picking teams.
I was so happy,
and
And then it happened, and now it's going to be even better with The Rock representing it.
Can we bring back He Hate Me? I just want He Hate Me to be back again in the XFL, you know?
I'm sure he's gonna apply.
All right. I mean, that's also like saying we need a new NFL Blitz video game. Like,
yes, we do.
No, we don't. No. The video game was great at the time. I would still go back and play the old arcade cabinet of that. Mm-hmm. We don't need another new one of those.
I want to see the football players chugging Bud Light seltzers on the side. That's what I want to see.
This is where I'm at.
You want beer league football now?
That's what they were doing. They would literally get off the field and shotgun a seltzer. Like, that's what they were doing.
Yeah, but not during the game.
After the game.
You want during the game?
What the hell just drove by us?
Is this Independence Day? Is it about to?
That was very
I'd like to introduce
loud.
you guys to The Rock Dwayne Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not his entrance music.
Can you smell it?
Oh my God.
Well, The Rock.
No.
Stop.
No.
He's cooking. You got to do the eyebrow though. Can you guys do both eyebrows? I can do both. You ready?
Can you?
Yeah.
Are you positive? Oh,
You
yeah,
got to
can.
think about
Right.
that. I can't do that. I can only do my right.
Josh and I very very coordinated.
But I have
with our
to. I
eyebrows.
have
Very
to make a
dexterous.
mean face first.
I can absolutely do it. No, I'm not going to do it on camera. that will live forever on the internet.
As previous stated, I'm for football players chugging beers during the game. I'm for steroids. I'm for 500-pound linemen just running into each other at like 30 miles an hour. I'm pro steroids in baseball, which could lead us to what is going on with the Boston Red Sox.
Dear God. 3 errors in that game.
Bad. That was bad.
Last night.
Well, that was the 27-5 game.
28-5.
28-5.
No.
No,
I'm
last
talking
night.
about last night.
They are on like
They literally, like, the guy wasn't at the bag on first.
Who's on first?
Yeah, exactly. What's on second?
yeah,
Again,
it was-
I'm too tired today for you to keep doing that. I
Just
get
ADDS?
it. I get it that you've been awake on a sales call right before this.
Multiple.
Yeah.
I'm charged up.
Yeah. So, and you haven't seen what I'm talking about, but dude, when you see it, you're going to be like, what the hell? I don't know what's up with them. That team is
28-5 against the Blue Jays. 28.
Oh boy.
somebody at one point
This had to be one of the worst weeks of Red
was like,
Sox baseball ever.
hey, the football teams are playing already.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the Pats blew out the.
It was 24-3 and like and it was in the 7th.
Yeah.
And by the way, it is as bad as you thought of a week. They have set the record for the worst run differential over a 5-game span in MLB history 3 separate times. But this week, oh boy. Oh my! And by the way, yes, that error is really bad.
There it is. Now he saw it.
Yep.
Yeah, that painful.
Oh, that
yeah.
was, what is going on with them?
Explain
don't know.
it so everyone else that's not.
In July, by the way, the Red Sox 5 wins and 15 losses, a minus 72 run differential. in the month of July.
Like little league games are not that
make
bad.
sense.
And I love it. If you put the ball in play against them, odds are you're going to have a a time.
So you're saying
Who
is the
said this?
Cubs have
John
a
Boy,
chance
I love
to
John
beat
Boy on
them?
social media. Oh my God!
I mean, we've seen.
Yet they're still in AL wildcard contention. By the way, they're like 2 games back.
Contention.
They're 4.5 games back because they've been losing to the Blue Jays. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Red Sox have been outscored by 54 runs in their last 5 games.
I mean, we're talking about
Jeez.
inside the park grand slams because the outfielder just lost it and then didn't even run after the ball. It drops 10 feet behind him, and he just stands there like...
And everybody's, like, from the stands is, like, screaming at him.
Go get the ball.
It was pretty wild.
Infield grounder.
I've never seen losses like this.
Pitcher runs to first to cover the bag.
pretty bad.
And just misses the bag completely, like doesn't even run
paid
towards
him?
the bag. Is this the start of sports betting getting into sports? Are
Meanwhile-
we should see if someone has cashed out like
An extremely high bet on that.
Blue Jays by 20.
Speaking
it's
of-
not like there's a bunch of Boston-based sports betting.
Barstool. I did get added to my Rays schedule. 2
No, and
games
by
in
the way,
Fenway.
that's a joke. That is a joke. We are in no way calling them out.
Got
We're
2
not-
games
we're not
added
getting
to my
into Fed
schedule in
Barstool.
Fenway for Rays Red Sox. So that'll be fun.
So you'll get to see a couple Tampa Bay Rays
I'll
wins.
get to see some error-filled baseball games up in Boston here in
Watch
a few
them
weeks.
when
I'm
you
gonna
get
laugh.
up there. When you get up there, all of a sudden they just like the team comes together.
It's the Rays have a 75 minus run differential. So have you guys been following the Juan Soto story? Because I wanted to bring that up for a quick second because I thought this has been really interesting. Juan Soto, Washington National superstar, rejected a
Yes.
13-year, $440 million contract, I think is what it was, which would have made him the highest paid baseball player ever. He competed in the home run derby. The team refused to fly him on the charter flight to the home run derby in LA. So he had to fly commercial to go to the home run derby in LA to compete.
They're that mad at him.
That mad at him.
Well, okay, that right there.
That's weird and awkward. The whole thing.
Time out. 2 things that you know and I know, and both of y'all probably know. There was no way he was going to get all that money. There's got to be some clause in the end of that deal where if he doesn't play through that many years, they get some of the money back.
Baseball's not like football, though, where it's like only guaranteed. A lot of those guys make that money. It's either deferred
that
in
is
ways.
True,
it's weird.
but we haven't seen the contract, and I wonder if that's why he didn't sign it. Or also the other thing is maybe he realized that they were going to be this crappy to him.
I was about to say he made the right decision if that were the case.
And they won a World
because-
Series 2 years ago, and now like it's just this whole thing is just imploding on them right
You
now.
didn't sign the contract. You
Jeez.
can't ride on the plane. Looks like I made the right decision.
Well, I mean, they already look at how they handled the Freeman situation.
Yeah, Braves
Some-
win and then blow it up.
Something weird happened there.
Something's going on.
I don't know. I will also say on a positive note, Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Man.
He's better than Babe Ruth.
Can we? He actually might be. He actually
Shohei
might be.
Ohtani, if you put him back in Babe Ruth's era, if we could just compare them on like
But we
sport
can't keep
stats and info.
comparing eras like that then because like I said,
I agree.
By the way, there's discussions of whether or not the Angels will trade Shohei Ohtani. Like there's
gonna make a
trade
great Dodger.
interest.
I would love for him to go somewhere else.
So, and I was having this conversation yesterday as well. This is what baseball is terrible at, marketing their superstars. Can you imagine if we in the NFL had a guy who was playing quarterback and cornerback? How much of a national phenomenon this would be. It would be the biggest story. It would lead SportsCenter every night. We would be going crazy over it. But we're taking this guy, who is something we have never seen in our lifetimes, for granted. And the entire sport isn't rallying around. We should be breaking into program every time Shohei Ohtani is pitching.
well, the biggest thing with baseball versus football is you have 3 games a week versus 7 days a week you have a game. Like you have to think about how much effort has to go into.
But you pick your superstar and then you put some weight behind it. What was the last thing Shohei Ohtani did?
Like this week? Or like the one time when we heard about it? It was
I mean, last week he had 8
Instead-
RBIs and then 13
Yeah.
strikeouts, 2 games in a row.
Instead, all we hear about is look, and we're guilty of it right now. Look how bad the Red Sox are.
yeah. It's just a sport that I feel like doesn't do a good job of taking its superstars and elevating them to the level that is necessary.
What name the superstars to you? And I'm gonna exclude for reasons 5 names. So let's remove Soto.
Okay.
Let's remove Ohtani,
Judge,
Kershaw.
Kershaw, and Trout.
I mean,
Okay,
those are 5 of your
fine.
biggest
That is
names
fine.
in baseball.
Who are the other guys?
I mean, Giancarlo Stanton comes to mind.
I mean, Giancarlo Stanton, yes, but the Astros are still
In the FU zone.
no. Stanton plays
Stands
for
for the Yankees.
New York,
Plays for
but
the
I'm saying like the Astros had such negativity against them. You don't
Yeah.
want to pull anybody off there.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem that baseball has. Like, who are your stars? Who are the
And
guys
right
that
now,
you're marketing?
right now, someone is listening to us that is like diehard baseball fan number one.
And
It's like,
I
you
love-
guys suck. You're
I
idiots.
work
I'm
for
just
baseball.
saying,
Like, I get it.
from a casual sports perspective. I'm not talking about if baseball is like your favorite sport because they've already got you. They're not trying to get you.
But that's
You're
what
already there.
that's what I think the NBA does so well too. They market their stars
Well, they also only have
so well.
14 people on the team.
Agreed and understood. But baseball should be marketing like that. Hey, you have these 5 guys for each
Pick 14
team.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And market the hell out of these guys.
I don't disagree. There's a fundamental, and I don't know why we feel this way, because all of us, if we were given maybe 10 minutes, could pick. You could name a player on the Toronto Raptors. You can name a player on the Charlotte Hornets, right? Could anyone here name a player on the Kansas City Royals?
Whit Merrifield?
No.
See, what
Yeah. So you know because you cover
B covers baseball.
baseball. Yeah.
Baseball mainly focuses on the plays in the games. It doesn't focus on the players. It focuses on a big play because you think about it, you're walking up.
And the names of the teams.
So when it comes to everyone else, like you're talking about, you're playing the whole game. When it comes to baseball, it's did you hit the ball? Did you catch the ball?
Yeah.
That's basically it. So they focus on just the play.
And you as a Cubs fan know this. Baseball focuses more on the team and the franchise and the glorification of that over the guys that are in the uniform playing for.
But is that part of the reason that they don't have
Yeah.
the social media impact and the presence of other sports
I-
right now?
and yeah,
And
I agree.
and their fan bases, they've talked about this, that the fan base is aging and that they can't bring new people to the game and that the game is slow and they're trying to speed it up. Like, well, that's why we've been hearing about all this stuff for the past 20 years.
just to give you, just to put this in perspective, Shohei Ohtani has 1.4 million followers on Instagram. John Wall has 4.5 million followers on Instagram.
John Wall hasn't played a game in 4 years.
I mean, I'm just putting it in, that's a small perspective, okay?
All right, Wade, pick anyone else because
Okay, Spencer Dinwiddie, okay?
302.
no. Anyone other than Shohei. Pick like
Chris
how many
Bryant.
followers does
Whit Merrifield
Chris
have.
Bryant
Okay, Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant has 994,000 followers.
Oh my gosh.
On Instagram.
on IG?
Yeah.
All right, that's
Holy crap.
all right. Wait. Aaron Judge.
Oh,
Let's
Aaron
go.
Judge is gonna
Let's
have a
go.
lot.
Like one of the biggest stars.
So Aaron Judge on Instagram has, and by the way, again, one of the biggest stars, 1.3 million followers.
That's it?
Seth Curry has 2.1 million. Seth Curry, not Steph Curry.
Oh, no.
Seth Curry.
I know.
So Seth Curry has double the
Freddie
Instagram
Freeman,
followers.
570,000.
How many does Aaron Judge have?
He has 1.3 million Instagram.
I have
You
more followers on
Yes,
Instagram.
you do.
correct.
That's
Okay,
terrifying.
I just that's my again, and this is why I bring it up. Baseball has an issue where they're just not marketing. There's Aaron
or maybe
Judge,
he's doing that. By the way, maybe they do that intentionally because they know they aren't going to get marketed as the front guy because they never know when they could be kicked back to the minors and the way that baseball works. I don't know. Someone smarter than me needs to try to fix their issue, but they do have. Unless somebody has found
DeMarcus
something
Cousins,
else, declining viewership.
DeMarcus Cousins has 3 million followers on Instagram. Aaron Judge has 1.3.
It's because Boogie's got the juice. I do feel
That was nice.
I do feel whatever that lockout season was, or was it was the COVID season where we only had 80 games. Those games mattered. All of a sudden,
that. People love
all of a sudden, if you go on a 3-game losing streak like the
You're
Boston
in
Red
trouble.
Sox just went on,
Yeah.
like you went from potentially first in the wild card to out, like just straight up out. And I think that this is part of the function. Do we love the war of attrition of the games? Sure. Do we love the midsummer games where you can get tickets in random ball fields for $8 and get a hot dog? Yes, absolutely. I love that part of the game. But 162 games is a lot of games.
That is a crap.
It is so many to where you're just like, I don't care. Call me when October happens. Like then I'm in. And that's when everyone cares again. And that's when we have those 14 superstars.
Yep.
For the most part, because they're all on usually good franchises that are in the playoffs. And that's when everyone cares.
I want to say one more thing, which could happen, and it's terrifying. I think, and I may be misremembering, so if I am, don't hate me. Like I said, my brain's moving slow. I was listening to someone on ESPN talk about, the Subway Series and the Mets and the Yankees, but they could end up in the World Series. Mm-hmm. And I think they said the last time they did, it's been the lowest rated World Series ever. So even though it's awesome and you've got this number one market, they're both from the same market, and numbers are declining, and they could basically triple down on that. And by the way, anyone watching on YouTube, I'm sorry, I just spit across the table. That's, I don't know.
Well, because then you don't have a villain. You don't have whoever's going against the Yankees that the rest of the country can root for. You just kind of go, it's New York versus New York. Who cares?
Mike Trout.
Again, I'm saying all of this. I enjoy watching baseball games.
I do too.
I enjoy watching baseball games.
I love baseball.
Who won the home run derby?
Soto. Was it Juan Soto?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Mike Trout, 1.9 million followers on Instagram.
But that just goes back to
Tyler Hero, 2.3
all
million.
these pro games that no one really actually pays attention to.
All right. Well, we've talked enough. So you want to go to movies just so I can make fun of myself?
Sure.
Movies. I know I've already said it twice, but just in case you're wondering if I'm operating a little from behind, I send the rundown to everybody, usually the day before we do this, just in case, mainly for sports, in case anything pops up that we need to talk about. And I resent Love and Thunder as the movie.
I watched it again.
And it's a big. You watched it again?
Yeah, I watched it again because you sent it. Yeah.
No, not Days of Thunder, Ryan. Love and Thunder. No. Obviously, not the movie. The movie was The Black Phone. And I'm just going to do the read, and then I want to know what you thought. The Black Phone, rated R, 2021 horror thriller, which I think that's misdescribed, but we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. Hour and 42 minutes. 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. 90% of Google users like this movie, which was kind of surprising. Finney Shaw is a shy but clever 13-year-old boy who's being held in a soundproof basement by a sadistic mass killer. Wow, they're just giving away the whole movie on there, are they? When a disconnected phone on the wall starts to ring, he soon discovers that he can hear the voices of the murderer's previous victims, and they are nice. And they are dead set on making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney. First of all right, way to be the opposite of some of these that are like two sentences and just give away the entire movie. What did you think?
So, as we have previously discussed, I hate scary movies. Ryan hates.
It's not really a scary movie.
This was not really a scary movie, and that's why this was sort of I wanted to pick this one. It reminded me, I liked the movie, so let's just start there. I liked the movie a lot. It reminded me, and I think this is what it resonated with me.
Sixth Sense?
Saw.
So partially Sixth Sense. It actually, it reminded me of something in my real life. So I used to live in a town. No, I used to live in a town called Hutchinson, Kansas, which was 50 miles.
I know where Hutchinson is.
Northwest of Park City, Kansas, where Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, was doing all of his stuff. And he went dormant during the time that I lived in Hutchinson. So there's always this undercurrent that there was like potentially a guy that could grab you and torture you, but we didn't know. No one ever caught him. And so this was just like this context that I sort of had kind of simmering in the background of my childhood.
I have goosebumps creeped out right now.
Yeah, so they didn't catch him. He didn't come out of retirement until 2004 when he started sending letters again. They caught him in 2005. So, but then I was already gone by then. Doesn't matter. This sort of pushed that button for me a little bit, and that's what I kind of liked about it. I could put myself in the situation a little bit, and it felt more thriller than horror and gory and scary in that way.
So, liked it?
I liked it.
Did you realize there was a real life inspiration behind this film too?
I
So
knew
not-
that there
not
was
just
a
your
book.
experience.
Yeah, I knew there was a book.
So the director lived in North Denver, and so the chain link fences, the overcast skies, the violence that exists both inside and outside the home, he wanted those details to be a part of this because that was his lived experience. So it's interesting that you have a lived experience, and the director wanted to infuse those into this film as well.
Did you like it?
I didn't watch it.
Okay.
The director was also the one that was supposed to direct Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. And
Yes.
and then left.
And
the
then
project.
left and did this.
Did this? Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
bold move.
Yeah, no joke.
Creative differences
Well,
with Marvel.
That's a bold move.
Yeah. At the same time, that director would never have made a movie like what they ended up making. So
Scott Derrickson is his name. for the record.
I find it interesting. It reminds me a lot of different movies that I watched, and maybe this is just cinematography. Maybe this is kind of the era that they're trying to paint, but it reminds me more of or vibe that they're trying to paint. Stuff in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Like The Omen. And
It was shot like that. And man, at this point, there's so many things from the Ghostbusters reboot, the second one, not the one in the middle,
Right.
to there might actually be aliens outside at this point. If you guys can hear that in the background, I have no idea what's making so much noise.
The Earth could be scorched
You
on the other side of
normally
this wall
never
right now.
hear-
We
Do
don't know.
not call The Rock Dwayne Johnson an alien. I'm just warning you. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's weird for me. What just happened to my voice right there? It reminds me of that. And it also reminds me, it's like everything's trying to pull the Stranger Things vibe.
Right. A lot of 80s influence all over the place.
And I get it. I like it. But it doesn't need to be done for everything.
Sure. It should be noted, Scott Derrickson, also the director for Exorcism of Emily Rose, which is my other favorite scary movie.
Well, that movie I loved.
Yeah. So, dude, I think
loved.
I just kind of like his
Just
way of
like
I
mine
think going
doing
in, I don't think there's any surprises in this movie. I think especially just from that description.
that read told you basically
Yeah,
everything.
if you didn't see it and you don't want to see it, that's what happens. There it is. We didn't even do that. It's on the internet.
Yep.
You didn't watch it?
I was waiting for someone to ask me if I watched it or not, but no, I did not.
Okay.
I figured you would have interjected had you watched it.
Sinister was another one that he directed too.
Well,
so he's got,
all right.
He's got some.
Sinister is definitely a horror movie.
That's definitely
That-
one of my top favorite.
I like
Scary
Sinister
versions.
a lot. Now, you be careful. Don't get Sinister confused with Insidious.
Oh,
Yeah, they're different movies.
Insidious.
Insidious is probably the one you're thinking
But
of.
Sinister still is good.
No, I liked Sinister a lot. I thought it was really good.
But you're right. Yeah, Insidious is the one
the
that's
one
one
you're
of my
thinking.
Did
favorite
Derrickson do the
franchise.
first Doctor Strange movie too?
2016.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like this guy.
Yeah, no, he's a good director.
You got to have some level of.
I like somebody that's willing to take themselves off a Marvel film to go do something in a different creative direction because they don't agree with where it's trying to go. That takes a lot.
It takes knowing yourself and like what you're trying to make too, which is good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel films, did anyone watch what they gave away at Comic-Con?
I did.
I did not.
I did. I watched what you sent this morning.
What'd they give away?
What? They gave away through
Phase 6.
6. They gave away through Phase 6, which is ending in 2 Avengers movies.
Some highlights
And Daredevil is going to be 18 episodes. I am so excited
Wow.
for that.
with Vincent D'Onofrio returning as Kingpin.
Yes, Vincent.
It should be noted, favorite of you and I, Bill Murray is going to be in a Marvel movie, in the new Ant-Man and the Wasp movie,
Which is going to
that
kick
makes
off
sense.
Phase
That
5.
makes sense.
which is going to kick off Phase 5. Phase 5 ends with Captain America: New World Order.
Yep.
I believe.
No, wait, I thought that was 6.
No, 6 ends
And
with the
then-
2 Avengers movies.
No, I think it's backwards.
There's no way.
Secret Wars and Dynasty of Kang.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's gonna be
the
phase
Kang
6?
Dynasty.
That's the last 2 of 6.
Kang Dynasty and then Secret Wars
Yeah.
is the one that ends it all.
Yep.
Anyways, if you have not, go. It's on TikTok. It's on everywhere else. It is him giving the entire breakdown. Obviously, the phase we're currently in is ending with Wakanda Forever, which, by the way, the teaser just dropped, and oh my gosh, I might cry my eyes out during that movie. I don't know. But then it leads
looks awesome.
into starting phase 5 with Ant-Man and everything else. You got Thunderbolts. There's going to be another season of Loki. There's just a million things on there that look so good. And I can't wait. But everyone's complaining that they're doing it too quickly. I don't know. Maybe with technology and staffing, we don't need to take 10 years to finish a phase. Like, we can
midway
actually
through.
do this.
Well, time out. First of all, they can go quicker, one, because they've already established a core group of characters, so bringing in new ones adds them to things that already exist, even if they're replacing them a la Captain America. When you start talking about that down the line, going through 2 more phases, it's going to be, I mean, even if they have 2 Avengers movies that round that out, think about how many years that was to get Thanos.
Established.
It's
yeah.
fall of 2026 is the 2 Avengers movies.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how far we're.
it's not soon.
No.
It's going to take them a while.
I'm really excited. And towards the end of phase 5,
Nick Fury's a Skrull.
Blade with Mahershala Ali
Yes.
is coming. And
Yes.
that's going to be great.
Nick Fury's a Skrull.
Movie for this week? Are we settling on Elvis? Was that what we?
Oh, I thought we decided
to or
not
no?
to do that. And that's why last week we did the scary movie.
Or what was the trailer you forced me to watch last week that I almost pooped my
That's not
pants?
out yet.
not
That's not out yet. That's not out yet.
Dude, no, don't do that. Literally, my girlfriend has been doing that to me randomly because I told her that you made me watch that thing, and so now I get creeped out all the time because random people are smiling at me.
Did I tell people to go watch this,
No,
or did I just show
you
it to y'all?
didn't. You
If
just
you
showed it to
really
me.
want to creep yourself out, one horror movie that I'm very excited about. If that's your thing, go watch the trailer for this new horror movie called Smile. It looks
Awful, terrible,
Oh,
miserable.
is that kids movie out yet? Super Dogs?
DC League of Super Pets.
Yes!
Is it out?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
DC
out.
League of Super Pets is out.
And that is featuring The Rock,
Rock.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Dwayne Johnson. There
Yeah,
you go.
no, I said it
That's
right.
what you...
I said it the messed up way
and-
just for you, and then you got confused.
I did. And that is a brief 1 hour and 45-minute movie. So
Also, Nope is out and was the number one
also.
at the box office.
I
I
said...
don't know that I saw Nope.
No, I mean, it just came out.
Like the trail, I have no idea.
It's
I have
basically
no idea.
they're trying to. It's something about aliens. Speaking
But
of,
it's supposed to almost take... It's supposed to be like creepy, but take a comedic route to where it starts out creepy and they're trying to catch the aliens via film and the aliens get mad.
I do have another suggestion that did come out on Netflix that has Ryan Gosling as the lead. The Gray Man, which looks really good.
That does
I
actually
am-
look good.
100% in.
It's got Chris Evans.
I think The Gray Man, it's supposed to be really good. And it just came out on
I'm down.
Netflix.
I'm down for a kids movie. I'm down for Nope, and I'm down for that. So we got 3 movies lined up that I am totally down for.
I like The Gray Man for this week.
I also
The lazy
would
Netflix.
like-
All right, Rotten Tomatoes hates it, but Google users love it.
Great.
Which is the perfect movie
It's
for
normal.
us to
That means
review.
it's probably actually really good
Yep.
if Rotten Tomatoes hates
Yep.
it.
And just so you know, it is a book series.
Oh, good. Let's get some more Gray Men.
50 Shades of Grey?
No.
No.
Easy.
Yikes. All right, I'm down with the Gray Man. No, let's do that.
50 Shades of Gray Man?
No.
Oh, just Gray Man. Okay.
Just
The
the Gray
second
Man,
one,
yes.
The White Man.
Oh my God.
You get it? Because Gandalf?
That was a good pivot. That was a good pivot.
Racial. I mean, whatever. It's early. All right.
Gray Man it is on
Okay.
Netflix.
Okay.
It's out.
Movie section brought to you by Core Water Hydration.
Let's go to music.
Music.
So you're exhausted.
So are you.
Yep.
I think we all are.
Yeah. I've already described the amount of travel that I had. to everyone that I know.
Sounded fun.
Yeah.
Bus, planes, trains. Oh my!
That it wasn't more that. It was more that both of the shows that I did were awesome and they were huge and big festivals and got to headline them and great. That part was awesome. It was more that we ended the first one right before midnight, drove an hour and a half to the airport, got on a plane, went from Wisconsin to Nevada with all of my guys, all my gear, and we had so much weight on said plane we had to make fuel stop halfway through. So you change time zones, you're landing early in the morning, but I'm like, it's fine, we'll go to sleep when we land. Well, then the airport we were supposed to land at that was close to where we were going ran out of jet fuel.
Oh.
So we had to go to Reno and then get a U-Haul in a van and then like a very large, like not box truck, but like a shuttle van looking thing.
Yeah.
Load all of us up in it, drive an hour and a half to where we were going. Then load in was at 8. So like nobody got sleep. Nobody got like any sort of decent sleep. And then everybody schedule was off. And as I get older, I'm just like, I'll power through. I'll be fine.
It gets harder to bounce back from that stuff.
It's fine when you're playing at 3 o'clock. When you're playing at 10 o'clock, because then by that time, well, now I'm geared up for a show. We do the show. Then it's an hour and a half back. Then we're on a plane all night and land at like 7 a.m.
And then what
Nashville.
are you supposed to do?
So you have 2 back-to-back red eyes, 2 shows where I'm playing at 10 o'clock for 90 minutes. It was a lot. So I'm still not right. Oh, and then my alarm went off in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that was great.
Just in case
Love
you're
when that
trying to
happens.
get some sleep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Dog going absolutely nuts. Porter was not thrilled.
No.
He was not happy.
Oh, like house alarm?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. We still don't know. We think it was like somehow the connection. They're going to look at it. But yeah, so
Did you grab Mjolnir and just?
I grabbed something.
Yep. You grabbed
And walked
a
downstairs.
utility. You grabbed a utility.
Yeah, I walked downstairs in my underwear. It was super fun. Yeah.
Awful.
So it's been great. And then you guys were all over the place.
Yeah, I was in Pennsylvania. I played a show Friday night. We got done at 9 p.m. I was in bed by 10 to get up at 1 to drive an hour to Philadelphia for a 5 a.m. flight to then go to St. Louis to fly back to Nashville.
Woo.
And I'm still not quite back from that one yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just heard your neck crack. That was
Yeah, man.
ouch.
Yeah.
Don't rewind that if you're on YouTube, by the way.
Thriving.
Look at that.
Thriving.
YouTube.com/C/the quad with Chris Young for the record. Just
All
so
right.
like
By the way, speaking of touring, one of the things that is very important is having merch out there. Do we have a merch update for us?
It's ordered. Just patiently. You can still order anytime you want. You can get on the website and order. Just got to wait for it to be made and be shipped. And once it is here, I will definitely show you guys. But again, we got a racerback turquoise tank and a Heather Army Green t-shirt. All say Quad Pod Squad. So feel free. Again, you can order. The only difference is it's not unlimited. So feel free to order.
they are, by the way, the link to that account is in our YouTube page. Any description, any single video you click,
Awesome.
Go into the description. The link to the shop is in there.
It's also on my Instagram. I know if
On
you
the
go
quad.
It's on the
It's
quad.
on the Quad's
link.
Instagram
if you
as
go
well.
to Chris's account,
Which
I
one
know
is
when
the
you
quad?
click on.
It's the Quad podcast.
There is no other one.
There is not, and I've seen a couple with like 2,000 followers and stop following them because that's not the
The
correct
Not
one.
us.
I saw a fake Josh too. That one. caught
I
me
saw
off
that
guard
one
a little
too.
bit.
Was that 4455?
Yeah, a little fake Josh is running around.
4455 hopped on an Instagram live with me, and I went nuts. And I was like, "Join! I will go video with you right now.
Face.
I just
Go
want to
face
see
to
you,
face.
coward! You coward! You got out of there." Speaking of music, did I see something about Media Base where we're at number 6 now?
I've not seen the definitive update, but yes, I believe so. We're almost
Sources say.
about to be
Sources say.
top 5. I'm gonna wait because I was gonna do an update today if it got top 5, but I'll wait. Sorry.
We're getting there.
I mean, I'm very happy. I'm good. Obviously, just a lot of fun being able to have that song out there, and with Mitchell too. That's the cool part. I know I've said that ad nauseum, but if you're here right now, you've never listened to the podcast. At the End of a Bar has been just this really, really cool song where it came out and it took it a minute to get going, just with all the traffic that was on the chart, and then it kind of hit its stride, and it's been this amazing thing. People are singing along with it, and it's great.
And we're so stoked for Mitchell. Dude works so hard. And
Yes, he does.
Yes.
he is, if these numbers are correct, it's the number 6 and he has the number 10 song.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
top tens.
let's go, Mitchell.
So that's got to feel pretty cool.
We love our 10 pen.
Stop it.
No one calls him that.
Not a single.
Love you, 10 pen. Tenny penny.
What are you listening to, Ryan?
Mine.
I see you got it open.
I do. I've got my
Yeah.
Spotify open. I've actually been listening through Luke Combs' new album, Growing Up, and one of the songs I really like on that is "Call Me." It's towards the back end. It's actually the 10th track on the album. Love that tune. I like the lyrics on it, and I'm just really into that. The album. At first, when I listened to it, I was like, "Yeah, this is a little different for Luke." But as I've been listening through, I really like it. So
It's called what?
"Call Me."
So there's a song that may be on the next record for me that's called "Don't Call Me."
Don't.
I'm just listening to him back and back.
Literally,
All
the hook of the song is, and if somebody steals this, I'm going to be really upset, but whatever. The hook of the song is, "If you need me, don't call me."
Love that.
Yeah.
This is,
Call me.
you're going to call me. So
Yeah.
you could say all you want, but you're going to call me. So I like that the lyrics behind that song.
Sweet.
Is it the follow up to One Number Away? Like, is it just
Right?
It's one number away, and you're going to call me. Yeah, those two
All right.
songs should play back to back.
Go ahead.
well, if you Jody Massey something, you should Jody Massey something. And so this week's is Jody Messina, Lesson in Leaving. I love that song.
That's a me joke.
You're going to make me do it. Cole Swindell can't get away from it. She had me at Heads Carolina.
Oh, I'm gonna hurt a lot of people. And Cole, I love you, but I hate that song with a passion.
I think
it's catchy.
It's so annoying. I want to
It's so
listen
catchy.
to Jody Messina and her
Messina?
Messina. I don't know why
Jody
I said it.
Messina, you sinner. You're a sinner.
Santa.
Don't know
You
why I said
sinner.
it that way. But I want to listen to that song. I don't want to re-listen to it from the guy's point of view. Like I don't like it. It's way too exactly on it, and I hate every part of it.
It's intentionally that way though.
I don't like it.
I do.
I like it.
All right. What's your pick?
Well, I can thank TikTok for bringing me down the early 2000s emo train, because it says songs you probably forgot about, and I was like, there's no way I forgot about. Oh, I did forget about this song. We're going Saving Jane, the girl next door. Also, want to throw out there, Taylor Swift definitely stole from this song, because You Belong With Me is a complete ripoff of this song. I'm just going to throw that out
Wow,
there.
you and your beef with Taylor.
I don't like
Not a Taylor fan. I
I'm
don't
not.
get it.
I don't. Anyways, The Girl Next Door. Total hit song with anyone that was my age in that era. Freaking loved it. Can't believe I did forget about it. Thank you, TikTok, for bringing it back into my life. Taylor, I see you. I see all your ways.
Okay.
Quad Podcast declares war with Taylor
No,
Swift.
no, we do not.
Oh no!
We could use the drama. Let's
We're-
go.
no.
Let's go.
We do not. I don't.
no.
I will. My name will be off this so fast. I'll be like, you guys have fun out there.
Chris Young.
No.
Do not aggregate this.
Coming
No.
soon.
No.
To a bar.
Come at me, girl.
Stop it. Big fan. Reputation. Love that record.
I'm coming over.
Now there's
Teardrops on
going to
my
be
tongue.
2 edits out of this morning podcast for the first time in a while. All right. Let's go to the hot take.
Hot take.
Is that? What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's getting muted. That's what he's doing.
Stop it.
I was giving us a runway, a little beat drop to go with the hot
No.
take. No.
He is muted. Okay.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Okay. Best guitar solo of all time. Go.
Why are we all looking at me first?
You love rock and roll. Put
I
another dime in
do.
the jukebox.
So the reason why this came up is because I am a huge fan of rock and roll, and there's so many great guitar solos, but I'm totally going to throw everybody off of what I pick as the best one, because there's the whole song is there, and then all of a sudden this guitar solo hits. It's not that long, but it sets me in a mood every time. And you guys might all hate me for saying this, but I am going to go with Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Okay.
Okay.
That is an interesting
that all of a
choice.
sudden it like leads up to it, and then boom, bam, I can't really.
Yeah, we don't need to anyway.
But anyways,
We
that
don't need to sing the guitar solos.
but that specifically just hits so hard and is my favorite, and I think is the greatest of all time.
But that is a good criteria for this. If you can sing the guitar solo right now,
Well,
then you know it's a good one.
I can tell you, I'm sure there is someone out there that is just like that freak of nature that can sing this. But to me, the best, most iconic guitar solo of all time. And a lot of people would expect me to go country. And trust me, I could. I could. But you say rock and roll, when it smashes in one of the biggest pop songs of all time, it's Beat It. It's Van Halen and Michael Jackson. It just is.
Van Halen is one of the greatest.
And so literally I'm looking at this article is the Van Halen news desk is the site, but it says and I wonder how much this is actually true or if this is fudged, but it says evidently that Eddie Van Halen has heard it come on at Tower Records. You got to be older to remember what that is. He said that it's playing, and some guy goes, "Look at this guy trying to sound like Eddie Van Halen." And he just tapped him on the shoulder and said, "That is me."
That is me. I'm sure that happened. It was probably the tower on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh,
That
that's
used to be
true.
there.
I
They
didn't
used to
even
be
think
there.
about that. They used to be. Yeah, that might be true. Josh,
Man, this is hard.
a strong start.
This is hard. There's a lot of really great guitar solos. Beat It was gonna. That was.
It was gonna be yours.
It wasn't good. It was in. I was tied for 2, and that was my other one.
It was just so different.
And it added.
that-
And it's a culmination of Van Halen at that time, who was one of the biggest rock bands, and Michael Jackson, who is one of the biggest artists of all times, literally combining efforts, which is just nuts.
Yeah.
I am going to go a little different. I'm going Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Nirvana.
Okay.
Because he just plays the melody, but you could sing. You're already hearing the guitar solo in your head right now, and it's just one of those like. It's just one. If you can sing it, like that's the whole thing.
See, here's my thing. I think, and not based off that, but we could do this another round and do best signature licks of all time, like the opening lick of a song,
like a guitar riff.
Yes,
the riff.
So
off.
like best opening riff of all time, and have a completely different conversation. But
we should save that for another one.
yeah, Ryan.
So you all know my obsession with John Mayer. He's long been one of my favorite artists. I think one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Even Eric Clapton, who I consider in the upper echelon of guitarists, called him a mastermind of the guitar. There's a reason why this song is on 3 straight John Mayer albums. It is Gravity. It is one of the greatest guitar solos in the history.
Okay, that
of
song
music.
bores me.
That song
I love that
is
song.
so
It bores
good.
me.
The guitar solo on that is so good. His live version is even better than the Continuum album version. So the Where the Light Is album, Gravity is one of the best songs ever and one of the best guitar solos ever.
See, that doesn't hit me like every one of these other ones do.
Well, I think it's also a matter of what your favorite thing would be, because you could probably find plenty of people that would go with a Clapton song. You could find people that are going to go with a country song. You could find people that are going to have differing tastes. For me, I just think it's Beat It because that's multiple genres, and again, people at the peak of their powers. Smells Like Teen Spirit. There's going to be plenty of people that listen to Nirvana that don't listen to some of these other genres.
Sure.
Even. I just think I like these because they're all different and they kind of span the scope of music in a lot of ways.
And before you DM the account and be like, why isn't Hotel California on there? That's a great one as well. November Rain by Guns N' Roses, another great one. Like, there's a lot of really great ones.
So many good ones. Even Carlos Santana has a ton of really good ones.
Smooth by
Santana.
Santana.
Going to call me and yell at me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because now he's an Eagle.
By the way, now that you brought up the discussion of riffs to begin a song, I can't get Layla out of my head for Eric Clapton. That is one of the best riffs to start a song.
Again, we've been here before. Are you talking about the acoustic version or
No, I'm talking about the
Derek
electric
and the
guitar.
Derek and the Dominoes, yeah.
That version is so good.
Yeah.
Again, there's such a buildup in Queen to that drop of the guitar.
I'm very interested to see what wins.
We
this
have a
one.
very our audience spans ages wise, pretty flexible. This is going to be interesting to see just across genres and across audiences who this resonates with.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you vote. As always, this has been The Quad with Chris Young. From me, Haley, Josh, and Ryan. Love you guys to death. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And again, go vote.